Hey guys, Tom here. I'm going to show you how to repair and replace the seals on the back of an E36 half shaft. This one came off of a 97 M3. Got a repair kit here from GKM Parts, inner and outer repair kit. This here is the inner repair kit. Comes with a boot, sleeves, slip rings, and a bag of grease. I don't like the grease that came with it. So what I'm using is Redline CV2. Should be really good grease. Some of the tools that you're going to need: obviously good eye protection, rubber gloves, a pair of pliers for the snap rings, a little chisel to get the end pieces off, snap ring pliers. I have a 20mm socket here, and then if the axle shaft is being stubborn, we can pound it out. And then if it's being stubborn coming back on, I have a, what is this, a 36mm? Yeah, 36mm socket from Cobalt, ready to go, and a screwdriver. I've got my Wilton vise here. Got Kaner the shop dog. Let's say hi, Kaner. There he is. Always need to have some help with you. And here's my donor car, 97 M3. Doing the whole repair here on the rear differential, the rear subframe. Replaced all the bushings, new axle flanges, new brakes, new brake pads. But let's get started here on this axle rebuild. It's pretty easy. Let's see if I can get a camera set up here so we can see everything. Okay, we're back here. Hopefully that's going to be good enough for you guys to see what I'm up to. Put the gloves on. Now, the first thing we want to do is get this end off right here. Sometimes they're pretty hard to get off. That's what I use the chisel for. I kind of pre-chiseled this one off to make the video easier, but stick your chisel in there, just kind of hammer around it. If yours is stuck, this cap will come off. Bang, like that. Showing the bearing on the inside, and here's the cap. The cap gets replaced in the kit, so that goes in the box. Next thing you want to do is take off the snap ring. There's a snap ring that holds this axle shaft onto the bearing. Got a nice little set of snap ring pliers. You can get these at Harbor Freight or Sears or whatever. So we're going to reach in here. Pull the snap ring off like that. Now on one side of my car, it was really difficult to get this bearing off. We're going to probably chisel this flange back off here too. I've already pre-done that to make this video a little easier. And now this bearing came off nice and easy. The other side, like I said, was a bit of a pain. I had to hammer it off. But this one, I think if it's nice and greased, it should just slide right off. When you take it off, there's a little bushing here. You want to be sure that you keep that in the right orientation. It's got a beveled edge. The beveled edge goes down against the lock ring down in here. I'm going to set that aside. Oh, the other thing that you're going to want a lot of is paper towels. These things are really dirty. Now, you want to go ahead and break off the seal here, the snap ring. I already did that for the sake of making this go a little quicker. And then this tube, just slide right off, like so. We're going to throw that away. Get a spare one in the kit. Let's see here. So you can kind of see the shaft. There's the lock ring at the end of the splines. Now what we're going to want to do is this is going to be packed full of nasty grease. I cleaned mine up a little bit for the video, so it wouldn't take so long, but I'm going to wipe all this old nasty grease off. Check the splines, make sure they look good. These look really, really healthy. Now this thing is going to be packed full of grease. This is the actual CV joint itself. Now they actually come apart really easy. It's pretty cool. If you just slide it sideways like that, you can reach in and pull the balls out. So I'm going to reach in and take all the balls out. Just rotate it around. And there they go. Alright, so what you have now is you have the, I don't even know what to call this, the wheel that goes on the splines, holds the ball bearings. This is the ball bearing race that holds all the ball bearings inside of it. And the actual coupler for the CV joint. Go ahead and clean all this stuff up. Do a really good job because, like I said, we're going to use Redline CV2 grease. And we don't want the old greases to mix with the new greases. So I'm going to pause this for a second while I clean this and I'll come right back. Okay, we're back. I feel like one of those cooking shows where they go away for a while and cook the meal and then they come back and it's already done. What you'll see on here is there's two little lines here. There's one close to the edge and there's one kind of more in the middle of the CV joint here, the coupler. What you want to do is the line that's closest to the front, that's actually going to go closest to the differential. So we're going to want to build our CV back that way. Also, if you look at the bearing holder here that's got the splines in it, there's a indentation. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. On this side, that side goes towards the outside of the vehicle. This side goes inside towards the differential. So when we're rebuilding it, we want to pay attention to where those go. The circlip, the snap ring is going to go on this side, and this side is going to go inside and rest against the axle shaft. So here we go. We're going to rebuild this guy. It's kind of a little bit of an art form. It took me a little while to figure this out, but put this guy back in the middle, like so. And then we're going to start putting bearings in, the balls in. I started with 2, just seemed to work better for me. You'll have to find a way that works for you, but a little trial and error. Slide that back in with 2 balls. You can see that, got 2 balls in there like that. And then we're going to rotate it open so it's exposed like this, and we're going to drop the ball in right there. Push it back down, and then just work your way around, dropping 1 ball at a time back in this guy. Rotate this one up, drop a ball in there, and we got the last one. The last one's always a little bit tougher. Sometimes you just got to move this guy around. Well, shop dog, he's getting a little impatient. He wants this done already. We got deadlines. Sorry about that. Keener and the shop dog started barking, so we paused, but there we go. We dropped the last ball in. Make sure everything moves freely in there. Okay, once we got that, we're going to go ahead and put this guy back on the splines of the shaft. Said on my other one, oh, sorry, orders of operations, let's not forget here. Got to put the boot on first. So we're going to slide the crimp seal down and push the boot back on. Let's not forget that. Takes a little bit of love to get this guy back down on here. So it just goes like that. A little persuasion to get it over the axle shaft there. And we're going to go ahead and slide it on down. And it's going to come over like this. I'm going to slide it on down. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but there's a little groove right here. That's where you want the end of the seal to sit. I'll just drop in there really nice, and you'll know when it's in there. We'll drop that guy in there. Now, come back and put the CV joint back on. Like I said, this one slid on real nicely. My other one, I had to hammer on. You want to be gentle. These things should slide on nicely, but I just took a 36 millimeter socket, slid it over the top of that, and gently tapped it on down. If you're hitting it any harder than light to medium force, there's something wrong. Take it off and make sure everything's good. Now what we're going to want to do is pack this guy full of CV2 grease. You don't want to be shy with it. Open up the back end here, pack the back side with grease. We'll pack the front side of the grease. I'll come back when I'm done and show you the reassembly. One thing I do want to mention is now is a good time to put the new snap ring in. We'll put the snap ring back over. The kit comes with a new snap ring, so we'll put the new snap ring on. Just like so. Make sure it gets down in the groove there. These things are always fun. There we go. New snap ring in place. I'm going to go ahead and pack this thing full of grease, and I'll be right back.